Okay, here's the situation. I use the four-wheel drive on my Jeep Liberty a lot in the wintertime. Really, any time that there's significant snow or ice on the ground, I throw it into four-wheel drive just to be safe because it's a bit of a boxy vehicle. If I don't have it in four-wheel drive, it tends to slip around and it's dangerous. And the treads on my tires aren't great. I don't have winter tires, I got all-season tires. Without four-wheel drive, it's a real risk for me to drive around, to move around in winter when there's anything on the ground. I'm lucky right now there's not something on the ground, because the other day there was still a little bit of ice from our last snow, and I was on that ice and put it into four-wheel drive. Normally what I have to do that is I just lift this lever. I can put it into four-wheel part-time, four-wheel full-time. If I'm really stuck, I can switch it into low, put it into four-wheel low, and then throw it back into two-wheel drive. I can do this all on the fly while I'm driving, and I do it all the time, right? It's very normal during the winter. But yeah, the other day I put it into the four-wheel drive. Everything worked fine on ice. Got off the ice, put it in the two-wheel drive. Went to my destination, everything was fine. Left my destination, was on my way back home, and I heard this squeal, and it sounded like a tire was squealing. Like maybe someone was going to rear end me. In fact, I was looking in my rearview mirror, afraid that I was just about to get whacked. But there wasn't anybody behind me, and it just made a squeal, and then it was done. I kept driving down the road, got almost home, came across that patch of ice again, went to throw it into four-wheel drive, and the tension that's normally here to move it between the different, settings, there was no tension. It's just loose, like it is right now. Just loose, nothing. So what I'm figuring is there's a cable. There must be a cable that's connected to this lever. A cable or something of the sort, right? And so that must be busted. That's my best, first guess estimation, based on the fact that this has no tension. If it was not something like that, if it was something else, within the mechanism itself, then I would think that this lever would still have tension, might even be jammed into two-wheel drive. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not particularly mechanically inclined, but motivated by money shortage, I'm going to break into this console and I'm going to try to see what connects to this and whether or not that's the piece that's broken and needs to be replaced. I'm going to see what I can do, basically, to repair my own vehicle. I looked on YouTube. Normally, if I need to fix something in a vehicle, I can find a very clear tutorial on YouTube. In this case, there wasn't one. So I'm kind of on my own. And I guess where I'm going to start, obviously, is I got to get my crap out of the console. I got to find the bolts that hold it in place, break into there, clean it up because it looks like crap. My wife will really, enjoy it if I clean up the vehicle at the same time as I'm doing this. I mean, I got layers of dust, years of dust, poop coming down from a bird that I was rescuing. Yeah, I should clean as I go, and then break in there and see what I can see. Okay, it's not all clean yet, not by a long shot, but I've given it a once over. And now I'm looking for access in. And so what I've found is this cubby here, there are some bolts at the bottom that must be, you know, to pull this part out. I have bolts up here and here, so that's a start. That's the only bolts that I've found, you know, along this whole console. However, there is this panel here, right? This panel, it doesn't have any bolts, but it does look like something that can be pulled off. And maybe if I start with those, I can work my way forward, and there'll be other things that I'm able to access and take off after I get those going. So I'm going to try that. Okay, problem. Now I've got this all taken apart. I got the console off. Here is the lever, and I don't initially see anything wrong with this lever. I guess I'll take the lever out, see if I can see from there, but I'm getting into territory where I'm starting to feel like overstepping my bound. We'll see. This lever just operates by a bar. The bar seems all intact, but whatever it connects to, it must not be connecting because it doesn't have the resistance that it used to have. Anyway, I'll go this one extra step, and then I think that's about as far as I should push it. Alright, here's the situation. It has this kind of tubing that comes out from it. No doubt there's a cable that runs down that tubing. No doubt whatever that cable's connected to, it's broken somewhere along the line or come undone. I don't know where it goes to. I have no idea. And I think I have failed at my mission today. Because without knowing, I don't think I should mess with this any further, right? It was just a hope, little glimmer of hope that possibly it would be so easy that I could just take the console apart and there would be a cable, maybe a little, broken end of the cable or something like that I could, fix a new connection to. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. But I'm out of my league at this point, and I got to give up, and I got to take it to the shop. That sucks. But that's what I got to do. So here we go. Adventures in failed mechanics.